Hey gang, welcome back to the channel and thanks for taking a few minutes out of your day to check today's video tip out. And I've got a pretty good one for you guys today. In my mind, it's pretty good anyway. And that's going to be, I'm going to show you guys sort of a look into my private world of fish and tackle a little bit. And you know, I've got tons of different tackle boxes with all different type of baits and lures in it. Actually, I don't have as much tackle as most pros do. A lot of the friends of mine that are pros, I've been over to check their tackle rooms out, and most of them got like 2 to 3 times more tackle than I do. But I've never been one of those guys that hoards tackle. It's like, if I don't use something, or if it's not something I use them, I usually give it away to my buddies, but I just don't keep a bunch of tackle around. I like sort of a minimalist in that sense. But every box that I have has a unique application, and they have their days when they shine. But I have one box that I'm going to show you guys everything that I've got in it that is always in the boat with me. I don't care what time of year it is, fun fishing, tournament fishing. I've got this box in the boat with me all the time because I consider it the most versatile, most important box in my boat. So anyway, I'm going to take a second. I'm going to show you guys everything in this box and see what you guys think about it. So here we go. Okay guys, here it is. This is my hook box, my weight box, my terminal tackle box. I'm going to show you guys everything that's in it and why I've got it in there and how I fish it. But first of all, on the outside here, this is just a plain old tackle box here, and I get them anywhere. And as you can see here, I've got my weights marked as far as the size of each weight on there. So I've got automatic access to them right off the bat. I don't have to search for them. So that's a really good tip there. But what I want to do is I want to show you guys everything that's in here and sort of how I fish them. So we'll start out here. Starting out here, I've got the these are drop shot weights. These first 4 containers here. I've got my real light ones here. These are like 1/8 of an ounce or so, 3/16, and a quarter, 3/8, and then I've got some 1/2 ounce ones here. So I keep all my drop shots different sizes here. Probably the most common one I use would be the 1/4 ounce size. I use those quite a bit, but I like to go light if I can. Next couple boxes over here, we got Carolina rig weights. These are brass Carolina rig weights. I don't like fishing the Carolina rig too much, but I keep them in there for when the times that I do. Here I've got some nail weights. These are for my Wacky rigs. Use them for those. Use them quite a bit. Here I've got my pegging system. I've got a combination of toothpicks. I've got bobber stoppers, which I don't use very often unless I'm punch rigging. And then I've got the peggets, which let me grab one out of here. These rubber peggets, which I use quite a bit. These are one of my favorite ways to peg a worm. So I do use those quite often. Here, there's some assorted things. Here's some. This is sort of a neat little deal here. I've got these are O-rings for Wacky rigs, but I never use them. I've had these in here for years. If you guys seen my video, I don't use those. I hook them straight to the worm, but I've got them in there for some reason. And then here, these right here are they're little. Actually, they're little deals you put on a Alabama rig, you know, for your dummies on there. But I use them in practice. I'll screw these into the head of the worm, and I can actually shake those fish out, shake them off without sticking the fish. So they're really good to stick right in the head of the worm there. Here I've got some Carolina rig setups here. I've got some glass beads. I've got some of the metal spacers behind it. If you guys have seen my Carolina rig video, talk about that a little bit. Got that in there. And here on this section, we've got the weights. I've got, starting out, I've got, these are 1/32 right here. These are 1/8 ounce here, 3/16, and then I go up to quarter, 5/16, 3/8, 1/2 ounce, and all the way up to ounce, ounce and a half, ounce and a quarter in here. But I've got a mix of black ones and green pumpkin ones and brown ones in there. I like to try to match my sinker or my sinker head color to the worm color as much as possible. And here, you know, I start to get into my hook box, you know, sort of the hooks I've got. These right here, straight shank Gamakatsu flipping hooks. This is a fairly old style O'Shaughnessy hook. heavy duty hook. I like it a lot, and when I'm fishing a big worm, like a 10 or 12-inch worm. And then I've got an assortment of hooks here. These are all Gamakatsu G-finesse trebles, primarily straight shank worm hooks. This is my favorite worm hook to use right here. This is the Gamakatsu G-finesse treble hook, or G-finesse worm hook. This is just an outstanding hook, nano coated, needle point, really good hook. And then I've got some different, these are my assorted straight shank flipping hooks here for flipping applications. Gamakatsu heavy cover flipping hooks. This would be for, like, you know, punch rig fishing, or if I'm flipping extremely heavy cover with like a creature bait or something. That's a super stiff, beefy hook there. And then I'll start with I got an assortment of some EWGs here. Same here. Here's another interesting hook here I use quite a bit. This is a 3/0 straight shank Gamakatsu heavy cover worm hook. It's really a stiff hook a lot, and I'll use that. It's a fairly small hook. I'll use this hook a lot of times if I'm flipping small plastics, like you know, short plastics that I'm flipping in heavy cover that I need a small stiff hook on. And then I've got some assortments of EWGs in both the flipping style and the light wire all the way through here. Hook like this, you know, this is the EWG 4/0 EWG flipping hook. I'll use that once in a while for flipping. And then I've got just the old style offset worm hook that I use for like flukes and that type of stuff. But as you can see here, you know, this is a very well organized box, and each one of these boxes has a purpose. And it has taken me years to refine it down to this. I've had dozens and dozens of different hook and worm setups like this, but this is the system that I finally developed that meets all my needs. Everything that I need is in this particular box here, for most of my pitch and flipping, terminal tackle setups, Carolina rigging, drop shotting, that type of stuff. I do keep my drop shot hooks in a different box, sort of in what I call finesse box, and I'll show you guys that box in a later video. So that's how it looks right there, man. That's my money box right. So there it is, guys. That's a peek into my most important, most used tackle box that I have. I'll give you guys a little bit of tip or advice on tackle. Bass fishing has so many different variables that you can't control. That, you know, you've got the weather, you've got the bass, you've got other anglers, you've got external conditions to the lake. We have enough things that we don't have control about. The things that will help you out in bass fishing is if you capitalize and take control of those variables that you can control. And your tackle organization is one of them. One of the things everybody can do a little bit, everybody's got 5 or 10 minutes of spare time during the day. Just get out in your tackle room or wherever you work on tackle and just work on some tackle organization in these boxes, just like I showed you here. And, you know, categorize your lures and develop some type of an organizational system to your fishing tackle. And that way, when you get out on the lake, you know, everything is right where you need it. You become a lot more efficient, and it makes me feel better. It makes me feel better as an angler, you know, to know all my stuff's organized and in good shape. So anyway, that's today's tip. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you like this video, hit that like button. Much appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't. And we'll be back soon with another one. See ya.